you so much. And Shri, as I told you, all the credit goes to you. You kept me pushing and pushing and pushing.
Thank you so much, Shri, and all thanks to ShriLearning.
Thanks a lot, Shri. It's all your guidance and coaching helped me.
Thank you very much, Shriram. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shriram. Couldn't have done it without you or ShriLearning.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure you're all so eager to see PMP success stories. People come here to listen about how a person cleared this exam because it's one of the toughest exam in management world. Why it is toughest? Is it a subject toughness? The answer is yeah, no, both are there. But the toughness is preparation. The time we take to sit and read when you're age of 30s and 40s, having children, your corporate life, your personal life, your body weight has gained than what you are in college days. So it's pretty tough for us to sit and read. But still, on top of that, there are people who spend time and they really show to the world, yes, I can do it. Because this exam comes from US and it has its own standard. You cannot just mug something and clear the exam. You have to really understand it to solve this exam. So we have Akash Sharma with us who cleared the exam 48 hours or 50 hours back. I can see the excitement in his face. First, congratulations, Akash Sharma.
Thank you, Shriram. Thank you so much.
Great. I believe you slept well at least last evening after this exam.
Yes, I did. That was a like very relaxing moment for me when I got certification.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed my sleep as well.
Okay. What is the biggest joy of clearing this exam?
I think the biggest joy of clearing the exam is when you upload it on LinkedIn or something. I'll be very honest. People start approaching to you how you prepared for the exam, how you did this, how you do, which books you referred. So they mostly come up with multiple ideas, multiple
Okay.
questions,
Okay.
which I think when I was there, when I started preparing for the exam. So yes, answering to those questions is the best part.
Nice, right? It's like
Yeah.
Usain Bolt running in the finish line and doing like this. I've seen Usain Bolt
Yes.
in the finish line. He comes and looks at the audience and says, "It's me.
Yes,
It's
perfect.
me."
Suddenly your TRP goes very high.
Akash Sharma, who is Akash Sharma? You want to know him?
Yeah,
The
it
world
does
wants to know
happens.
from Akash Sharma.
Yeah, it does happens.
All right, cool, man.
Okay.
But I know you know what, Akash Sharma, this is not easy stuff, you know. There are a lot of groundwork happen there.
Okay.
Mainly audience come for this video. They would be more eager to know what was your groundwork and how you came here. Even before that, they want to know what is your background, what you are working and how does it support, if you want to share.
So yeah, so I'll start from the very beginning. I'm a mechanical engineer by qualification. I have a total 7 years of experience in implementing the lean, improving the operations efficiency with Asahi India Glass Limited, Mankind Pharma, Genpact, 3M. So these are my past previous companies. What I see is being a part of a lean team of all the past organizations, we identify projects, NVA activities, projects are there. And from those projects, we need to execute. Some of those projects are very, really, really big, right? And we need the correct skills to have a good value generation out of these projects. So I think that's the part where this whole PMP certification and skills are needed, and that's where we need to learn this skill. Another thing which I have learned from this whole training session, which you did, and what I have also learned from after doing this examination, is this that this whole training sessions and the whole books and everything which we read tells us what to implement. They tells us the concept, but then at the end, exams ask us when to implement those things, how to implement those things, right? So, and that's the beauty of the exam. As a groundwork, I would say first and foremost, you have to be in a practice of reading the books, right? That's the very first part because you have to read a lot. Because the exam is not like this that you learn some concept and they will simply not going to ask you simple questions that what is risk assessment metrics, tell us this. They are not going to ask us this. They are going to ask us when you are going to implement the risk assessment metrics, right? Those things they are going to ask. So I think that's the groundwork you need to do. You need to learn, read a lot. You need to train your mind. You need to train your body as well to sit for 3 hours at least to sit in the exams. Those are the things which you need to learn. And then also grasping the information from the long statements. That's the other part which you need to
That's a good
understand.
point. That's a good point. I like this point you said. Grasp a content from the long statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in the exam I was feeling light, so I gave the exam twice.
Okay.
Once I gave the exam, I approximately completed 110 questions out of 180 questions, and my exam got cancelled because of power outage. Then I reattempted it in the next cycle. In that cycle, in both of these scenarios. So in total, I have done 290 questions of PMP. And what I observed is they give a very long statements in questions, right? Though the correct information point is very less, but their statements are quite long. Their option statements are also quite long. So what you need to understand is the keywords, the key information only, and have to think on, recall on your mind, and then answer to those questions.
Okay, okay. People watching this video, when you said I took 2 times, they will be eager to know what happened there. So when you say power outage, is it in the center or is it in your home?
So I attempted for the center examination, Pearson center examination. I am positioned in Jaipur right now. So I took the examination in Jaipur itself at the Pearson center. So I did my first attempt on 21st of September. The exam slots were from 10 a.m., right? But there was a Wi-Fi related issue kind of a thing with the whole center itself.
Okay.
So my exam started at 11:30 instead of 10. I waited for 1.5 hours. Then I started my exam. Post completing approximately 50 questions, I would say, there was a power outage for 10 minutes. Then after completing 70 questions, I had again internet issues. Then we started again. After completing 110 questions, we had a complete power outage. The power didn't came for around 1.5 hours, and the center people said that we have to cancel this exam. So I don't have another option. And the interesting one more point is, since my last eligibility date to give this exam was of 27th of September. So I could not even ask them to reschedule it, because the timings they were giving for at least 48 or more than that hours to give me the schedule again. But then PMI helped me. I think Rahul also helped me a lot on this one, where he educated me that we have the scope of getting the extended of 3 months. So I got the extension from 3 months from PMI, and then I gave the exam on 28th of September. And then that scenario, everything went fine. And the center was same only.
Thanks for explaining that. This also educates the people. Something can even go wrong at the exam center.
Yeah.
So you should have that risk taking threshold.
Yes.
Isn't it? You should not get frustrated. You should able to realize we are living in a world, a problem can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. But I'll say that you got an opportunity to do a trial exam with the PMI itself.
Yeah, mock test exam with the PMI itself.
Oh,
And that's what
man.
I say. I attempted 290 questions instead of 180.
It should be 260, right?
So I attempted 210 initially, and then 180.
Okay. Now I got you. Okay, now I got you. Okay, that's nice. Good that you did in a right way. You came back immediately and you closed this exam.
Yeah.
Don't want to drag it further. I really
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes.
Yeah, good job,
Yes.
good job. Now, one question people keep asking: how long it takes to prepare this first exam? In sense, we would have taken a class sometime, and we would have thought we want to go for the exam sometime. Then the schedule changes because corporate comes in, family comes in, and then we
Yeah.
come to a conclusion. Okay, this is the package I'm going to do. These many weeks, this many months I'm going to do. There is a time you realize it and start doing. Like that, what was your package when you completed, when you started, when you completed?
So, honestly speaking, I did my training with you on August 23 initially, right? But then somehow, as you said, family came in between. My son actually came in the world. So
Nice,
I stopped
congratulations.
preparing for the exam. Yeah. So I
Okay,
stopped
okay.
preparing for the exam. But then I restarted again after watching your recorded sessions in September itself. So I think that 1 month is more than sufficient to prepare this for exam. But on the background, you have the capacity to read, right? Once you have the capacity to read, once you have already trained your body and mind to sit for 3 hours, then I think 1 month is more than sufficient to grasp the concepts, to learn the concepts, and to absorb the situations where how you're going to implement those concepts. So I think 1 month is more than sufficient.
That's a good message for the listeners here. Also, Akash, there is something like this, right? When the people decide a date, but they couldn't stick to the date
Yeah,
keep on shifting, right?
yeah.
Rightly you said that you listened the recording and you were able to come back, right? You were able
Yes,
to come back.
yes.
Now the next question people ask here is, okay, Akash, I understand that we have to come back, but how many hours I have to read in a day? There was an ask like this.
So I honestly read are approximately 1.5 hours on
Hmm.
a daily basis,
Hmm.
right? For the exam itself. So 1 hour or 1.5 hours is more than sufficient. I would suggest that I honestly feel to read in the morning itself
Hmm.
before even starting my corporate life. So
Hmm.
I used to have a reading of 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hour in the morning itself, and then I think that's more than sufficient. I followed this practice for 30 days
Okay.
and I cleared my exam. That's it.
That's man. I think you are really motivating the people listening to this video. That's it. 1.5 hours. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too, Akash, I think you're coming from a mechanical engineering background.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I won't be surprised if you say Agile is not highly discussed in your corporate.
Yes, it is. It is. It is a like it's a need of the hour. Agile is a need of the
Ah,
hour. You
okay.
cannot compete with the current growing organizations
Mhm.
competition without
Mhm.
even adopting the agile culture in the organization. So that's a
So,
need of the hour.
so you keep hearing those terms Agile in your corporate?
Yes, yes. I am currently with Genpact, and I think I would say that even my manager also uses agile concept approximately 3 to 4 times a day. So
Fantastic,
agile is a very
fantastic.
common word. Yeah.
Common word. So that would have helped you a bit more. And
Yeah.
lean management, you said it's one of the our
Yeah.
this ask in your corporate, and the books reading. So when you say books reading, which book you felt for you helped
So
out?
I read actually Rita 11th edition, which you
Mm,
have suggested. I thoroughly read that book completely
mm,
from
mm,
start to end. Then
mm.
I also read, since I have a break in between. So when I was trying to come up with, I started with the backside of the book. So what I read is there is a glossary part in the book itself.
Ah,
I read all those glossaries. Said, do I need know this definition
terms.
of these terms or not? Do I know the concepts how where we're going to
Okay,
use it or not? So those things
okay.
I read. Then for the questions, I honestly say your mock test, which you send on the WhatsApp on daily
Mm,
basis.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So those questions help me a lot. So
mm.
when I read for 1.5 hours, what I used to do is I read for 1 hour and I practice those questions in 30 minutes on daily basis. So 10 questions, 30 minutes are more than sufficient.
Okay.
So I used to do this practice, and that's
Uh-huh.
how these are the only content I read, nothing else.
Nice, right? But you have to analyze those questions. You can't
Yeah.
leave
So
there.
I honestly say, so what I used to do is,
Mm-hmm.
I used to read the explanation which you have mentioned in the answers of those questions. I think that with the same concept, multiple questions can be generated, but
Mm,
the concept itself is unique, right? So you
yeah.
need to understand, you need to read those the explanation of those questions. What I used to do is when I say 1 hour of reading of the book, I used to invest 10 minutes daily to
Mm-hmm.
read those explanation which you have given in the mock test,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to understand whether we are using it in the real life scenarios or not. So that's what I used to do.
Good, good. I think you are doing a root analysis of the questions,
Yeah.
and you are also able to see the definitions with your life connection. Okay.
Right, right.
I think
That's
that's
the need. That's the need in the exam also because they, as I told in the very beginning, they ask
yeah,
when to implement, how to
yeah.
implement in the questions,
That's
not what
nice.
is the yeah, what is the term.
That's
This is
nice,
what they
man.
ask.
That's good. That's a good thing. So the credit goes to your son who came into the world, also gave you some success boost, isn't it?
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I would say yeah,
That's a good thing, because being a father and your life gets busy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I know definitely mother plays a big role, but his father too has its own way of life, managing their hours, sleeping hours.
Yes, that's the whole point. When you have a very very like 1 year old kid, we all see that's nights also you have to manage,
Understand,
mornings also you have to manage. That's the thing.
understand, man. Understand, man. I can see overall you made a good project management plan already in the sense of how to do this, huh? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So you want to give credit to your family members who supported
I
you?
want to great credit to my family members. Yes, my
Mm,
wife, my
mm,
son, my parents. They helped me a lot. They at least gave me the time to read. because it's tough to find the time to read. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would also like to give credit to you, because you helped me on a personal level as well, to be very honest. When I was having a lot of doubt whether how to give this exam, how to prepare for this exam. So those personal coachings helped me a lot initially.
Fantastic.
And then Rahul as well, because he helped me a lot when I was having power or Wi-Fi outage. So he also helped me not to get panicked.
He's a go-to person, right?
Yeah, he's a go-to person. I called him directly and see, this is the situation. What should I do? So he said, you should wait, otherwise you will get the extension. So those are the things I initially thought of. To call the Rahul was the first contact person for me.
Okay. Nice to know. Nice to know. Good that I understand that you didn't get panic when the exam doesn't go well. You are able to think and act on it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good. Super, Akash. I'm so happy for you. And I always say this, getting certificate, yes, nice. But what I'm going to gain out of it? The next stage, the effort what we put here, one is working knowledge, start applying what you learn. Other one is you should be able to market your skills.
Yes.
But you should really market. I'm very humble, nice guy, nice, very good. I like it. But if you don't market it, people don't know about it. So we should be able to sell our ideas and thought process. It could be in our own company. It could be somewhere outside. It could be your own entrepreneurship. But somewhere you have to market your ideas. So good wishes as your son come in. Let it bring more luck and growth in your life.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Maybe 1 or 2 sentences for the people who are just starting the preparation. If you want to give them, start here, do this. Any thoughts in your mind?
I would suggest when I say that you are starting to prepare, I think you must all be engaged in the training sessions right now. So what you should do, you should start reading from the book itself, because that's the hardest part for all of us, to read and train your body to sit 3 hours. Yeah, because once you leave your education period or college period, you never read. Normally, it's not the habit, right? That's the first part I would suggest. Then start seeing the concepts in the practical scenarios, because again the exam is going to ask you when you are going to implement this concept. They are not going to ask you how you are going to implement the concept. They are going to ask you when you are going to implement this concept. So that's the crucial part. You need to understand how you are going to implement in the practical scenarios. And yes, also start going through the glossary part. That's helped me a lot.
Glossary, right? Glossary, when you say any specific book glossary, which book you want to refer?
Rita 11th edition glossary section, the last few pages of the book. So that helped me a lot. I honestly, when I started coming back to the exam, preparing for the exam, I read all those glossaries, whether I do know the terms or not. So those are the things, because even after reading the Rita book, you will feel that some of the concepts, some of the terms are there which you are not aware of. So you will have to Google it about it, right? So I think, I think these are the 3 steps only.
Yeah. Have you seen the glossaries in PMBOK 7th edition also?
No, I only read it 11th edition only.
Okay, that's good. Sufficient. I think that one book is giving all whole.
Yeah.
Nice to know. Good to know. Good, super, Akash. I'm really happy that you're able to see this exam as a systematic approach. And you also say that 1.5 hours of reading is sufficient to do. Don't stress too much. That's too much. Good thing I found with you is when you read a question or read a subject, you are connecting with your real job. So you're able to see the connection. That also make you to remember the concepts. If not, you have to memorize, sit and reread it 3 times, 4 times. Since you connect it with your job, I think it stay with your brain.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it also engages you to read a lot more, right?
Exactly. Super good, Akash. So really happy. And first, thanks for your trust with the ShriLearning and coming up here with us. And thanks for giving your time to share your valuable inputs, which can help a number of people who are getting for the examination.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Once again, good wishes. And people watching this video, good wishes for your success. I'm sure you are in some career stage and you want to move to the next level. That's why you're watching this video. And I'm sure that will be a good success for you. However it is, reach out to us, ShriLearning or Akash over the YouTube channel comment itself. We'll be happy to help you if you want something towards your growth. So we'll stop here with the great success story. We'll come with another success story soon. Until then, bye-bye and good wishes to Akash again. Bye and thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Great.